Hi guys, so I'm here with Tory from Kadee Couplers, the coupler people,
yes.
But they're also the truck and wheel people too. So
yes.
We've got some new products coming out for the O-Scale P48.
Yes, we'll be coming out with the P48 wheel sets that drop into our relatively new, that came out earlier this year, O-Scale, standard O-Scale trucks that we released at the NMRA convention this year.
Okay.
So these are hot off the casting. Last week we just cast these as are prototypes. They're not available yet,
okay,
but they should be available sometime this year. And they are going to be they are Proto 48 wheels to replace into our existing two-rail trucks.
Okay.
And they are to Proto 48 NMRA specs built to those. We still have to go do our testing and whatnot on them, and get all of our testing to meet our standards,
yes,
before we release. So that's what we're going to be starting to do.
So these are the production samples. I mean, the tooling is good.
Well,
once we know,
we don't.
Oh, we don't know.
I mean, these are just samples we brought to the show to show people what they're going to look like. But they have not been fully tested. They're like I said, they are fresh off the machine,
okay,
off the casting, some test shots, and we still have to do our full testing on them, and they should be out later on this year. Is what we're hoping for.
Even though my channel is primarily focused on HO scale trains and real trains, my tagline when I open, as everybody who normally watches my show, there's a Signal Up Productions where I make videos all about trains.
Yes.
So even if this isn't something I'm interested in, there's tons of people that
There's a lot of guys do multi-scale.
And I've seen some of these Proto 48 layouts, these O-scale that are down to the exact.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. And our O-scale trucks are all metal. They are a self-centering design, split bolster design, just like our HGC trucks in HO scale. It's the same design, but the O scale and the large scale are made from zinc. They're fully metal trucks.
Okay.
So they have the heavy weight.
Yes.
So they are heavy and have that low center of gravity that everybody likes, and great rollability. They're a great truck that will improve anybody's car that's out there. And
spinning roller bearing caps on the
just like the large scale have that as well.
Nice.
Spinning rolling caps on the 70-ton and the 100-ton on the 100-ton trucks.
Now, I was wondering when I was over here looking before you stepped over, and that design of how that flexes in the middle like that is ingenious.
Yes.
You've got a patent on that, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. And then, because I was concerned, well, with the solid truck side frames, how would you get the wheel sets in there? Oh, you disassemble the bolster.
And
that's so clever.
They have scale cast-in springs, so everybody out there that wants that scale fidelity look, you don't have to worry about having incorrect spring size. They've got the cast-in springs in place for the accuracy.
I was expecting like individual springs, like some of the earlier HO scale trucks. Is that a thing that's still an O scale, or no, not really?
Well, not for us.
Not for us. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have that. And for the older Lionel cars that have the metal floors, there's some plastic versions out there. The old pre-war car style of cars.
Yes.
We have a bolster adapter that you can apply to those cars to give the cars an actual bolster that these trucks then mount on, and that puts them at the correct height for body mount couplers.
Now, that was the question that just came to my mind, was because this truck side frame's all metal, how is it insulated? Is the axles plastic?
They are a metal axle with a, well, I don't remember. I think I believe they're a metal axle with a plastic insert on one side.
Okay. Because when you're running on two-rail, three-rail it didn't matter, but two-rail polarities.
They are an insulated. They are an insulated, but I believe they are a metal axle for strength. we looked at the plastic axle idea, but they aren't strong enough, we decided, so they have a plastic insulated bushing in there.
Okay, and does that help with the rollability? I mean, because it does roll really smooth.
No, the wheel sets are proprietary to our trucks.
Yes.
You can't use these wheels in anybody else's trucks because they are set up for our the bearing surface in the truck side frame is set up for our to our specifications. Okay. So yeah, they are proprietary to us. You won't be able to change them out by wheel sets and change them out to another manufacturer's trucks out there.
Okay. Now, when these are ready to be released, people will be able to buy just the wheel sets.
Yes.
And then upgrade their current Kadee trucks.
Kadee trucks, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they'll be able to do that. And eventually we may come out with 3-rail versions.
Okay.
Our side frames or our trucks are designed to be able to accept both ways.
Oh, okay.
They've got our mold maker spaced it to where we can do standard 2-rail, Proto 48, and 3-rail.
Fantastic.
It's just a matter of how much demand we get. So everybody out there that wants 3-rail, make sure you let us know.
Yes. Email.
It depends on how much demand we have. It's going to determine if we come out with that 3-rail version of trucks.
Yeah. Or you can just leave a comment down below, and I'll just make sure that they hear about it because I see them all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, we want the feedback. We want to know what you guys want. That's part of what we do. We want to come out with products that people want.
Yeah.
So.
Now, because right now it's just the wheel sets that are coming out eventually, and you're going to replace it with trucks you already own. When we see that offered with the truck, or can you buy the truck separately?
Probably not, because we don't want the product lines to compete against themselves.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of packaging, a lot of store frontage. We got to look out for the dealers and have how much space is available for the dealers to be able to, because real estate's a high commodity item. We want to try to make it as easy as possible for the dealers to
inventory management,
carry our product line.
Yep.
And the fewer packaging, even if it's not quite as convenient, it's all about making sure they're accessible. We'd rather have it accessible and maybe not quite as convenient than not being available at all.
Now, is this the first Proto 48 offering you guys have done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is kind of new territory for you guys as a business too.
Exactly. Proto 48 is something that we haven't got into. We've got they came out a couple years ago, our new generation style O-scale couplers.
Okay. Is that like a scale version like we have an HO scale?
They're actually a slightly larger. They are the original O-scale couplers were undersized.
Oh.
So these are actually slightly oversized to make them true scale for O-scale.
Okay.
So they're and they have more prototypical detail in them. They're just not. The original ones were designed for just functionality.
Yes.
These have the looks to go along with the functionality.
Now, are we going to see shelf couplers in O-scale soon?
Don't quote me.
Okay, got it.
But keep an eye out.
Okay.
But yeah, the shelf coupler or the new generation couplers, we have offsets now in them. We have shank links in them, so it makes for easier conversions for O-scale.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
shimming is required.
Kadee has always been known for innovation.
Yes.
And I mean, they're always coming out with new stuff. You guys you're not just like, oh, we're just going to make the number 5s. You come out within the variation of the different, shank configurations, which makes it where you can put a coupler on just about anything.
Yes.
Or
a lot less shimming, a lot easier to do the conversions, cleaner look. It's all about that.
And you guys offer products in HO, HON3, O-scale,
S-scale, ON3, 1 and G scale. Which 1 and G scale we just consider large scale. So, but yeah, there's a 1 scale version of the coupler and what we call a G scale scale of the coupler for large scale. So,
well, I mean, as I see on social media, Facebook and YouTube and everything, I see so many more people modeling O-scale in a finer detail, that the rivet counters, and I use that term nicely in this case, because their work is beautiful.
Yeah, and they can get the detail in the parts where it's so much more difficult on the smaller scales.
Yes.
So the cars have much more fidelity. They have much more accuracy than we've ever seen.
Yeah. So. And this just goes right into that product line, which goes to show that Kadee listens to the market.
Yes.
And if you ever have an idea or want something, send them an email, send them a Facebook message, something.
If we can justify the sales and production of the part, and they are still made here in the USA,
right?
Because, you know, start and finish, the molds, the whole 9 yards. If we can pencil it out and make it a viable product, we'll do it.
Yeah.
It all comes down to viability.
And as it even says, you know, on somewhere it says something about quality. Where's the word quality? I keep seeing the word quality.
Oh, it's around here somewhere.
For people, well, I've seen the word quality on there on their website, which you handle the website sometimes, so that's got to be one of your things. But anyways, we see that because, well, we know that it must be true. Kadee doesn't just put their couplers on their cars. Other manufacturers are putting Kadee products on their products.
Yes, the high-end manufacturers do prefer to put the Kadee products on there.
Value-added reselling.
It's value, exactly. It all comes down to we have the couplers available for bulk. It all depends on if the manufacturers want to contact us and put the quality couplers on their products. Yeah. So we have them available. It's just a matter of the other manufacturers have to decide to put the quality product on there.
Yeah, so. And that's how you know you're getting a good product. Yeah. You look at the box, oh, it's got Kadee couplers on it.
Yes, and that's one thing we do make sure that the manufacturers do when they do put Kadee couplers on their products, make sure they've advertised correctly that they are Kadee couplers.
Now, speaking of like the Proto 48 wheel sets in O-scale, are we seeing any manufacturers of O-scale equipment wanting to use your trucks and wheels yet?
No, we haven't been contacted by anybody. I don't know. Most of the O-scale market, they produce their own products.
Okay.
Nobody's come to us for metal wheels yet. Okay. But, you know, who knows? You never know.
Well, I mean, this is a model hobby where the modeler should be expected to do a little bit of work. So, you know, upgrading your wheels, especially if you're into Proto 48, changing out wheel sets is probably no big deal to you guys.
So yeah, we got more products available for the market, and it's just a matter of making sure that we have them available and the modelers know that they're available to be able to use to make their life simpler.
Now, information about this isn't on your website just yet.
The Proto 48 is not.
Okay.
The products that we have on available right now, that information's there. We'll probably not put any information out about the Proto 48 until they're available.
Okay.
But yeah, because we still got to gather a lot of the information to be able to put that on the website.
So what you're saying is basically anybody who subscribes to my channel is watching this video.
You got first-hand knowledge.
First-hand knowledge. You stick with me, kid. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, because this is the premiere release of this. The Proto 48s is the Amherst show.
And so here we are, January of 2024, for people watching this 10 years in the future. January of 2024. And we think how long before the standards are able to be confirmed and you guys can go into...
I'm going to say we should have the Proto 48s out. I'm going to say within this year.
Okay.
It's just a matter of getting the testing done.
And you want to get it right.
Yeah, make sure we have the hours and hours and miles of testing, and then it's just a matter of packaging. And that's going to be the next step, is the packaging.
Now, what kind of testing do you guys do with wheels? I mean, you just put them on a layout and run them for 3 weeks?
We actually contact clubs around the country. We've had clubs come in contact with us, and we send them samples to test out on their clubs and just get some hours and hours and hours and hours of runtime. The standard 2 rail, one of the clubs tested for us, and I can't even remember. It was a ridiculous amount of hours that they were able to run in such a short period of time.
Oh.
Because they're a running club.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll be contacting a couple clubs that have contacted us, get some samples out to them, and really get some good road time on them to make sure that they track and function the way they're intended. And then we will get them packaged up and get them on the market.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Tory. And if you guys are into the Proto 48 modeling, be sure and watch their Facebook page. I'm sure at some point when they get closer to doing that release, we'll see some information there.
We'll be sending out an announcement email when that's available, when the products are available, as well as the flyer. So if you get on our newsletter list, you'll be one of the first ones to know.
All right. Thanks, Tory. Kadee's website is kadee.com, so check that out, and then you can purchase directly from them whenever they do get released, or you can find your favorite hobby retailer that stocks the O-scale side of things, and I'm sure if they're any kind of good hobby shop at all, they've got Kadee products, so they'll surely have them whenever they go.
Oh yeah, yep.
All right, that's it for this interview. We're going to go check out some other stuff. Let's go.
Have a good day.